Hey everybody, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, my channel's Finding Value, and I'm always looking for undervalued investment opportunities. I share them on the channel, and if that's something that interests you, click subscribe. Now, I'm going to go over commodity prices. What I like to do is I like to look at a wide array of commodities, look at their pricing, see if they're breaking big patterns. If things are breaking big patterns, big downtrend lines, big flag patterns, whatever they may be, we know that that's going to be a launching pad for much higher prices. And why is that? Because commodities are so undervalued in relationship to all the other assets in this world. It is that simple. And when you're going to make a move, you're going to launch from something. You're going to launch from a base. You're going to push off of something that's stable. That is the stability, and the launch from a base is the chart patterns. That's what companies want to launch from. They break massive patterns, they launch from these big patterns, and they move substantially higher. So let's look at the commodity area. I'm going to look at the CRB index, and I'm going to look at a bunch of different commodities to see if we have launching pads, to see if we've got chart pattern breaks, to see if we're going to make money. So let's jump in. This is commodity prices themselves. I've charted quite a bit. We're looking out, and what I'm seeing, just kind of an overview of it, we're breaking out everywhere. We do have a few back tests that are in process, or retests, however you want to say it. And let's take a look at the charts. Again, this is for financial education purposes only. You guys are going to have to do your own due diligence. This is just to direct you to the sectors that are going to perform well to do further investigation. Let's jump right in. Here is the CRB index, and what do you see? There's a couple of things I want to point out here. One, we broke out of a large pattern. Here's your pattern. What creates these patterns is the turning points. The turning points of buyers, of a price going up and then going down. Going up, then going down. And then it's the turning points of something going down and turning back up. You draw this in. We broke to the upside. COVID, which was an event in a big structural move, did not disrupt this structural move. It's just an event in there. It's this event. It is not a structural disruption. So if we have a deflation, if we have some sort of pullback in the real estate market for a moratorium and the inventory comes on, that's going to be an event in a structural move. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to be long lasting. Here is neodymium. This is a rare earth metal. And what do we see? What I see is a very large pattern break. It broke to the upside and it's now back testing. And it's right there at that support line. I think that looks pretty good. So the rare earths, I bet you, are going to do very well going forward. Rare earth metals might be a spot to look into. Nickel. Nickel broke this downtrend line. Now we're knocking out a megaphone pattern. And usually it kind of goes up and down and then it'll eventually break to the upside and move quite substantially. Because everything else is breaking to the upside, I see no reason why nickel wouldn't. Here's tin. I like tin. Alphamin is a company that is a tin company. I think they produce something like 3 to 6% of world tin. And here's the chart pattern. Upper channel or upper trend line, lower trend line, wedge pattern, broke to the upside. And about to make all-time highs. Very close. Aluminum or aluminium. Depending where you're from and how you say it, here's the top portion, broke to the upside. Looking fantastic. Steel rebar. Well, we know what's going on because we know how to read charts. This channel does. We've got the support line, which is a resistance support line, broke through it, back testing. Nothing more than a back test. Everyone else, steel's going down. That's just a back test. Lumber. Lumber had this huge move. You can see hit its head. 3, 4, broke through number 5. Coming on up. Lost the muster here, lost its cojones, lost its momentum, came back down a little bit. Now, is this thing going to just come all the way back down? Maybe. Maybe it comes all the way back down to this top support line. Because this does look a little bit like a bull trap here. But it also can just fizzle out and then come back higher. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. I don't have anything in lumber. Not really betting on it. So uranium looks good. I think it broke to the upside of this little pattern here. And it's moving higher. We're kind of breaking out of this guy too. All these little areas. So I think it looks good. Go uranium. Platinum. There's my boy Platinum. Came on up, had this massive run, and then was in a disinflationary period. This is where the housing market peaked, and we were in a recovery phase, expansion phase, and then we're heading on up, breaking out of this big pattern. Hopefully it took its steroids like Mark McGuire and hit some home runs here. Silver. Now look at that chart, guys. Come on. Look at that thing. It's about to break. It's right there, right at the top. It looks ready to go. Go silver. Iron ore. Iron ore broke out. We had a little back test. Broke out, back test, gone. What about coal? Coal looks like it's about to break out. That's surprising. Coal worldwide is being used at roughly the same amount. And some people like coal. I prefer the natural gas, but here's coal. Copper. Copper broke out and it never looked back. Still moving higher. Crude oil looks like it's breaking out. Look at this, guys. Go crude. This thing's probably going to head quite a bit higher. Quite a bit higher. Gold. Gold's breaking out. You know, it's had to join the party. Why not? So that's breaking out to the upside. Rhodium, on the opposite hand, is actually crashing a little bit. This could have some further downside. I wouldn't be going into rhodium. Palladium broke to the upside of its big flag chart pattern. Probably going to move up. That's going to drag platinum up with it. Because platinum's a substitute. There's no reason why people aren't substituting palladium for platinum. No reason at all. Molybdenum breaking to the upside. So with these commodities here, what's going on, right? They're all breaking to the upside, outside of rhodium. Lumber's taking a breather. That thing shot up. It went up a lot, and it's encountering some selling pressure. People are not willing to pay, I guess, the lumber prices until they figure out that house prices aren't going down. Then all of a sudden, they're going to be chomping at the bit to build another house and pay whatever price. Until that gets resolved through inventory increases of building new homes. It's that easy. So we're in a commodity bull market. The CRB index broke to the upside. And then you look at the components of the CRB in some of my favorite areas. They're all going higher. And what does that mean? It means that we should be in the commodity area. It's cheap, and we should be holding on. Should be holding on for dear life as these things go higher. And I think it'll work out in the end. It's going to work out for everyone on the channel, hopefully. It's going to work out for myself. And hopefully, that's what happens. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you guys listening. Leave comments below if you guys have any questions. And this is Finding Value.